How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Listen, what is going on? What is going on? It's your girl, Mara Mara. I am here. I decided to go live today because honestly, I don't really connect with a lot of people all the time just by posting the videos. I mean, I read the comments, and then a lot of times people will contact me on my Instagram or Facebook if you're following me there. And recently, even on Twitter, not Twitter, TikTok. So I was like, you know what? Let me do a live this Thursday. And I apologize because I did not announce it until this morning. It's been so much going on, traveling and all of that. And I originally meant to make sure I put this out like a week ago and to promote it. And I failed on that. So I apologize. So if you're catching this after the fact, I still thank you for stopping through. And I hope that some of the questions that people did put in, that you guys, I hope that they answer your questions. So I did put on my Instagram page for some people to ask me some questions, as well as the fact I went ahead and collected some of the questions that people normally ask me just on a regular base. And I said, you know what? I get this asked a lot, especially particular questions that I will be answering tonight. And I was like, let me go ahead and just address it all, right? So I hope you guys are having a great day. Of course, your girl's going to tell you, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell also. This is a little different for me, guys, because normally, like I said, I'm normally just recording and going that way. But I guess knowing, like, people can drop in and so forth, that's a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the stuff. So I hope you all are having an amazing day. Happy Thursday. And yeah, I'm gonna be dropping some tea for y'all today. And Brandon might even stop through. He's in the middle of working. He just finished up a gig, so he may stop through while we're doing this as well, and possibly help me answer some of these questions. So let's see here. So go ahead, grab your drink, some snacks, whatever. Get comfortable and let's chat, let's talk, and see what's going on. I don't know why my MacBook is acting crazy. All right, so hopefully you guys can hear me, you can see me. Like I said, this is my first time. Actually, is it my first time? This is my first or my second time ever going live on here. I really want to say it's my first because I really don't remember another time. So hopefully I got this thing going right, and I set it up earlier correctly. So yeah, so I'm not gonna waste no time, and we'll jump straight into this, okay? So I have some of the questions here. Oh, hold on. All right. Cool. All right, so guys, I am using my phone for this, of course, so excuse me if you see me kind of making faces at certain things that come through, because I'm like, wait, what? Okay, so yeah, so guys, my name is Tamara. I am known by so many as Mara or Mara Mara. I am here. That, of course, speaks the name of the channel, right? That name honestly came about because as a little girl, my dad side of the family, I was the only girl for a very long time, and I used to just always be like, Mara Mara on the wall, who's the prettiest of them all, this whole thing. And yeah, just kind of stuck as I grew up. I have some family members that still continue to do it. I have family members that honestly just call me Mara, and people call me Tamara. So really, either way I answer, but yeah, most people call me Mara. So that's how that came about. For those who don't know, and let's say this is your first time here, or you just happen to come across my channel, however you got here, welcome. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button again, and hit that notification so you don't miss anything. But I'm glad that you are here. Here on this channel, you are going to see a lot a lot of travel, a lot of family, a lot of life purposes. Like I've been able to really feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose and just enjoying this journey of life. And vlogging has really allowed me to capture those moments more. I've always been the person, like anybody who will tell you, I was the person in the family that literally was always either videotaping or what is that, taking pictures. Like I want to say when I was like 16, maybe 15, like my aunt just went ahead and got me my first camera, and yeah, it kind of went from there. So here we are. So this is not my first YouTube channel. Some of you may be familiar with me just from my other YouTube channel that I had called Destinations Beyond, which we will definitely get into that. I haven't posted on there in, oh my goodness, definitely over a year. But on that channel, you will strictly only find travel, okay? So I literally started a channel and was like, I just want to vlog my experiences as I travel around the world or to different places to allow people to travel with me or to have an idea, maybe like get a review prior to and prior to them traveling, of course. So yeah, that's kind of how that kicked off and so forth. But that's a little bit about me as far as on that end. I am married. I do not have any children at this current time. What else? I'm a Leo. Yeah, so I'm originally from New Jersey by way of Baltimore, Maryland. And yeah, so I'm gonna jump into this because I don't want to keep you guys long. I've been trying to figure out like what is a good scale of time frame for some of these videos, because I know like your attention span sometimes is not going to be long. Like it's gotta keep you interested, okay? And sometimes after a while it just goes out the window. So I'm gonna jump into these questions. So let's see here. What I didn't do, which I failed at, so I do apologize, because I definitely wanted to shout out the people who did these questions. But I always like to make sure that people are comfortable with me doing that. So I will not be doing this, but we will be doing some Q&As in the future, because, yeah, I don't want to, how should I put it? Sometimes when people participate in stuff, they don't want to be publicly known, and I try to respect that boundaries within other people. So yeah, so all this talking. Shout out to Johns for my Dunkin' cup. If you don't know, your girl loves her some Dunkin' Donuts, period. So, I'm going to jump on into the first question. And let me see here. It looks like we do have people dropping in. How you doing? Okay. Now, y'all, I'm trying to figure out how to see y'all's. Okay, let me see. Live chat. Okay. All right, so I was trying to see if I can see y'all's questions. I do have it pulled up on another device just in case, because it's not working over here. But, so let's jump up into this. So, the very first question, someone wanted to know where I am currently located. So I actually currently reside in South Carolina, okay? South Carolina, as some people would say. I have been here now as a resident since 2017. So March, actually, yeah, March 2017. And I did not like it at first. I'm gonna be very honest. It was like I came here to visit family, and ended up actually being told that I was supposed to be here. Like God sent me where I was currently at in Atlanta, Georgia, to get me here. So I do believe that that was definitely the case, because the reality of it all, honestly, like everything that I wanted to happen in Atlanta, Georgia ended up happening right here in South Carolina. So super dope about that. Let me see here. Y'all, I would have loved to like play some music for you guys and all of that, but they was like, that's a no, like, copyrights. So it seems like everything that I wanted to do is acting up. Let's try this again. Okay. Hopefully you guys have all been having an amazing day. Let's see here. I want to answer these questions, but I want to also be able to see you guys. I don't know what's going on here. It's acting up. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Okay, so let's try it this way. Mm. Now, let me tell y'all something. When I first started my YouTube channel, I did not realize how many other people um, go by the name Mirror. And more importantly, how many more people spell it the way that I do. Okay? Um, that was really surprising to me, only because, like, it's always been, like, something so unique for me. Like, I've never seen anybody with my name. So, yeah. I'm trying to get, I have the questions up, but okay, let me try this. Here we go. All right, y'all. Thank you for your patience. Like I said, I'm trying to figure this thing out. So, here we go. All right. So, with that being said, I can finally see the chat and all of that, whatever. So, as you guys drop in, go ahead, say what you like, ask some questions, whatever. But I'm gonna answer these real quick. So yeah, I just answered the one as far as where I'm currently located, and like I said, South Carolina. So another one that someone reached out and said was, "What's going on with your TCT?" All right, so as far as the TCT, for those who don't know, because some people don't, I don't want to assume, TCT is trying to conceive. So on my channel, you will find I did separate a segment where like we were vlogging our journey as far as trying to conceive, and we still are. But I have to be honest, guys, it got really emotionally draining. Um, doing like back-to-back check-ins. Like literally as we speak right now, I am literally clocking ovulation and it should be like any day now. Um, and for those who don't know, I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's not anything, I don't even know how to explain how you get it, but yeah, I got it. And I've learned that literally from the first day that I was diagnosed with it and thinking like I was the only person who had it, that honestly, there's so many women who have this. And so many women are like speaking out about it and making it more known because God, I'm going to tell you guys, when I first found out back in 2016, I didn't know nothing. I didn't like I found out people who I call myself like being open with and telling and sharing my journey with, they were like, "Oh girl, I have the same thing." What? Yeah. So there's different forms of it, and with mine, you know, like the symptoms and things like that can be like facial hair, acne, weight gain, pre-diabetes, what else? I know I'm definitely missing some, but definitely the biggest one is fertility issues, which I do struggle with. So that has been, you know, definitely going to the doctors and so forth. It kind of got to a point where we just decided, like, listen, like, let's just kind of fall back a little bit. Let's just kind of let it happen as it happens. But at the same time, we're still kind of like clocking. I hate using the word clocking, but we're trying to see, you know, like, okay, where is it at? Because with the PCOS, it causes you to basically not have a cycle sometimes, or like I'll have a cycle that's regular and then I won't have a cycle at all, or I'll come late. You know, like it's always a mix of things. So for most women who are trying to conceive and like say that your cycle is late, you know, you would be really excited thinking like this could be it. For me, it's like it's probably just another flare. Like I call them flare ups because I don't know what to call it. But yeah, so it's like it's that double hitter of like, okay, Is it just late? Is it not coming at all? Or is it, yeah, you know what I mean? So we are still on that journey of doing that. We're just kind of making our way, but I definitely have a video coming up because I do have a doctor's appointment coming very soon. So I'll probably bring you guys along for that. So that way you guys can, you know, really catch up and see what's been going on in reference to that. So that was a good question because I know I have not addressed that in a while. I was actually really shocked that people were still kind of interested in that because I felt like people were interested at it in that time. But you know how like when you stop doing something, it kind of just falls off. So yeah. Let me see here. I'll do this one. So this one says, will Brandon travel more with you this year? So that is a good question because as you guys see, I'm sure I do a lot of traveling without Brandon. But the answer is like a yes and a no. And just to kind of address that, so Brandon has his own business. He is a photographer. And a lot of times, for me, with my business and different things I have going on and traveling, I kind of plan stuff far out in advance. Brandon cannot do that because of his business. Like, he can, but like, we have to lock in like specific times. Like, he's like, okay, this is specifically for family. So if something does come up, a gig or anything, I'm gonna have to turn it down, you know? It's kind of one of those situations, but that is his primary income at the same time. So like, I'm really understanding about it, and he's really understanding about me and my travels, which we'll get more into because someone did ask about that. So you'll see him definitely, which is why like when I am home or I do closer to home trips, I try to definitely make sure I get him because, you know, I'm definitely big on family and things of that nature. So it's like a 50-50. I will definitely tell you it's probably more trips without him. And you'll see him like dropping me off at the airport or different things like that. As he like the joke when we're online and things. He'll be like he's my chauffeur. But yeah, so it's a 50-50. How many kids do y'all want? And what would you do if you had twins or more? Okay, so I actually wanted 6 kids. I think I addressed this. I feel like I really did address this before, but I really wanted 6 kids. But of course, that's when I thought I was going to be having kids at a very young age. And I love a big family. Love, love, love a big family. And yeah, and now I'm honestly like, God, whatever you bless me with. Like, of course, I don't want to just have one because I want my child to have siblings. You know what I mean? I want them to experience that. I do have five or four. Five. I'm sorry, y'all. I have 5, 3 boys, 2 girls, godchildren, which I absolutely love and try to be as involved in their life as possible. But I'm sure, like anybody knows, there's nothing like, you know, birthing your own child or children. So, you know, God willing, you know, that will happen. And me and Brandon have talked about adoption as well. So I'm also open to the fact, like, if God says, like, listen, I'm just going to bless you with one and, you know, we adopt another or 2 more, I would definitely do that. But I think if we did adoption, I would want to adopt at least 2 because I would want to adopt one that's younger and one that's older because I feel like a lot of times the older children in the adoption agencies, like, they kind of get left behind because people want babies, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's definitely a topic we've talked about. And as far as the triplets, I had to look back like, wait. So I used to joke and say, like, yeah, let it be twins and triplets so I can just knock it out. Let me get a boy and a girl, right? But, y'all, let me tell y'all, I be surfing YouTube too much and watching people who have, like, twins, triplets, and all of that. And, like, the rawness and transparency that they share of how hard that is, emotionally as well as financially. You know, I would need to be in a better situation. You know, let's just keep it real. Like, I'm in a good situation, but I would need to be in a better situation. So, you know, if it happens, blessings. You know, that means that God is going to make sure that everything else is taken because, you know. So, yeah. Would you be open to moving to another state or country? Absolutely. Absolutely. So Brandon and I actually had this conversation, I want to say, when we decided to like start dating, because if you don't know the story, me and Brandon were like really good friends first and then just ended up dating like a year later. Um, and I told him, you know, definitely like, is that something that you would be open to? Because of the fact that I personally did not see myself staying here in South Carolina. And he was 100% open to it. I'm going to say a couple years ago, he actually brought to me that he was really interested in moving, relocating to Canada. So we ended up going to Canada for our honeymoon to kind of like start that fill out to see, you know, like, let's go check it out. And we just fell in love with it even more. I'm actually getting ready to go to Canada in a couple months to a different part. But that'll be on a girls' trip. I know Brandon won't be there. He's upset. But we'll be planning something else where he will be attending. But yeah, absolutely. We're open to out of the country. We're open to another state. All of that. Whatever works best for us, and you know, will work for both of us. So definitely open to that. Um, you and your friends eat out a lot, and I see that you do a once a month trip to Charlotte, trying different restaurants. Will you take it to other states as well? Okay. So, funny that you said that. So, yes, in the videos, I think I said a lot like, hey, it's time again. You know, I'm meeting up with the ladies to try this restaurant. This is where we're going, etc. So, we started that, for those who don't know, because we were like, we really want to start going to restaurants that we've never been to. We also want to go to more upscale restaurant, like what's the verbiage I want to look, fine dining, um, and try those type of cuisines more, as well as the fact make it more prominent for people to see people like us in those type of establishments, because you know, we kind of amongst talking to each other, we feel like that's one of the biggest issues is like when we do things of luxury, and when I say we, let me make sure I specify. When African American women do things as luxury or like finer things, we're considered bougie. We're considered like, ooh, you're uppity, etc. When really the reality is we need to normalize black women or just African American people in general um, enjoying the finer things. And we feel like if we set the, because I want to make sure I word this correctly. If we set the tone and be the example for others to see that, okay, there are people like me, you know, who go to these establishments that do these type of things, it will start to become more normalized. In order for it to be normalized, we have to start doing it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I remember like growing up, like I said, like, why do I have to be bougie just because I like finer things? But yet, unfortunately, you know, just from my growing up, you know, if some of my Caucasian friends or Asian friends, or I have friends of all nationalities, when they do these type of things, like it's looked at like, oh, okay, like it's normal for them. Um, but yeah, so that's what this person is talking about because I vlog a lot of those. So we will be going outside of Charlotte. That is something that we definitely talked about. So I'm super excited because we are actually going to Florida very, very soon, literally like within the next couple of days. So I will be actually doing that there. We're going to Florida, Vegas, Maryland. Where else? I don't have my book in front of me. Atlanta. But we're going, okay? I believe we're even doing a West Coast at one point. So we know we were doing a lot of Charlotte, and we were like, oh, like, okay, we like, although there's way more we could do in Charlotte, way more. We're like, now let's take this elsewhere. So yes, you will be seeing that more, and I'm super excited about that because I just love traveling, as you guys know. So yeah. Um, let me see. This is actually a perfect one to go into this one. Someone said, can you explain how are you able to travel so much? Okay. So I am able to travel so much. So like I said, I had another YouTube video called Destinations Beyond where I was vlogging travel. I literally at that time was just like, hey, I'm gonna save up and go here, do that, etc., which I still do. However, the difference now is about 3 years ago, I started my own travel business, and it has been absolutely amazing. So I am actually a travel business professional. Yeah, is that the best way to say it? A professional travel business owner. Um, where basically like I am able to travel to a lot of different places, do reviews at amazing prices. And the blessing of it all is like I'm able to actually help other people do the same thing. And that has been like so big because not only going back to like wanting to set the example so other people could do it, like I'm able to do it myself, but to be able to help other people be in the position to do it or help them get there and so forth, like it has been absolutely amazing. If you ever want more information in detail in reference to that, because again, I can go on and on about that, but I don't want to hold up this longer than what it is. It looks like we've already been here almost 30 minutes, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up. I did not realize this much time went by, but yeah. So yeah, that's how I'm able to do this. It has been absolutely a blessing. My first year in the business was a little rocky. Had to figure it out, so forth. But I have had some amazing people that I have met, networked with, connected, some mentorship, like people who really like they've been where I am now, and they don't mind sharing the information and dropping the ladder down for others to climb up. So that's been absolutely amazing. Let me see here. Let me just pick like one or two. Let me see. Mm-mm-mm. We'll jump to this one. What is your next journey? So as I stated, I'm going to Florida literally in the next couple days. But my next out of country will be Canada. As I said, I'm going to Toronto, which is in the next couple months. God willing, because yeah, I had to turn my passport in to get my last name updated, all because of like the whole vaccines and stuff like that, and hopefully I get it back soon. Definitely need to check the mail. So yeah, let's see here, and I'll grab one more. Okay, we'll do this one, which I thought was a really good one. What would... Hold on, y'all. I apologize in advance, y'all. I caught myself writing these down as I was reading them and putting them in. So, look at this, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see all this writing. But, the book is heavy. That's why I dropped it like that. But whatever the case, the question says, what would you say is the next thing that you want to adventure on? I really don't know what the next thing would be because honestly, I'm doing everything that my heart desires right now. I'm traveling. I'm creating my family. I have my podcast. Check that out, you guys. And yeah, like those are some of the top things I've been wanting to do my entire life. Like, so right now I really don't know. Like, I'm interested, of course, like to learn more of things that like I'm always open to like putting myself out there. You know what? No, I'm lying, y'all. Me and Brenda have been talking about doing a vending machine. We've been talking about that for a while, so I definitely have been studying up on that. But I don't think that I'm taking it as serious right now because of everything that I have going on. But it's definitely something that at some point, like, we're definitely saying we want to do. So that might be the next thing you hear. You know, not right now, but a little while down the line. So yeah. So guys, I'm gonna stop there. I had a couple questions on here about like restaurants I wanted to try. Someone asked me would I be open to doing like Airbnb because I travel so much and things like that. And listen, the answer is yes, yes, yes to everything because, like I said, I'm always open to everything. So I really appreciate the fact that people even ask these questions. I know some of the questions, like I said, I had wrote down because like people had asked in the past, but I get those questions a lot. So I was like, let me just answer them. And then I did ask people to submit questions on Instagram earlier this morning and on Facebook. And you guys came through some of the stuff that people was putting. I feel like they were just playing around with it. So they were more so like just stating statements than questions. But there was a couple good ones which we did go over. So I thank you guys. Like I said, drop in when you can. I appreciate you. And I hope that you feel like you know a little bit more about me and why I do this channel and what it is that I have going on. So this channel will definitely have a lot more family going on because I have been definitely saying, listen, I know people always like she's traveling, but what is she doing at home? So, you know, I have some games and things that me and Brandon put together so that way we can kind of connect with you guys a little bit more on a personal level rather than you guys just coming with us to travel. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. We got some projects up our sleeves. So continue to tune in. I love you guys and I will be catching you later. It's your girl Mara, and I'm logging out. Bye.